What if I told you that somewhere in the universe there might exist an object where nothing can enter, but everything can escape? What if black holes are not the end of reality, but only half of a much bigger cosmic system? And what if the universe is secretly throwing matter back into space through something called a white hole? Today, we are going beyond black holes, beyond time, and beyond known physics. This is the story of white holes, the most mysterious, theoretical, and terrifying objects ever imagined. To understand white holes, we must first confront something we think we already understand: black holes. Black holes are regions of space where gravity becomes so strong that nothing, not light, not matter, not even time, can escape once it crosses the event horizon. Everything that falls in is lost forever, or so we believe. For decades, scientists accepted black holes as cosmic dead ends. Matter goes in, information disappears, the story ends. But physics hates unfinished stories. And deep inside Einstein's equations, hidden in the mathematics of spacetime itself, something shocking appears. A mirror image of a black hole, an object that behaves in the exact opposite way, an object where nothing can enter, but everything must come out. This object is called a white hole. A white hole is not science fiction. It is not mythology. It is a mathematical consequence of the same equations that predict black holes. In theory, if a black hole is allowed to exist, then a white hole must also exist. The question is not whether white holes are possible. The question is why we have never seen one. To understand this, imagine rewinding time. Every physical process we observe follows a direction. Entropy increases, stars burn fuel, cups shatter but never reassemble themselves. Time moves forward, but Einstein's equations do not care about time's direction. Run the equations backward and gravity still works. A black hole, reversed in time, becomes a white hole. Instead of swallowing matter, it violently ejects it. Instead of trapping light, it releases light. Instead of pulling everything inward, it pushes everything outward. A white hole would be a region of spacetime where matter appears suddenly, explosively, without anything ever entering it. No warning, no cause visible from the outside, just matter, energy, and radiation erupting into existence. If that sounds impossible, that's because it breaks our everyday understanding of causality. And that is exactly why white holes are terrifying. A true white hole cannot be entered. No spaceship, no particle, no signal, not even information. Anything that tries to approach the boundary of a white hole would be violently repelled before crossing it. From the outside, a white hole would look like a cosmic explosion that never stops, a continuous outpouring of matter and energy. But here's where things get darker. White holes are not stable. According to most calculations, the slightest disturbance, even a single particle nearby, would cause a white hole to collapse instantly, which raises a chilling possibility. What if white holes don't last long enough to be seen? What if they appear, release something, and vanish? Some physicists believe that white holes might exist only at the smallest scales of reality, not as massive cosmic objects, but as microscopic events hidden inside spacetime itself. This leads us to one of the most disturbing ideas in modern physics. What if black holes don't destroy matter at all? What if they transform it? When matter falls into a black hole, it collapses into a singularity, a point of infinite density where our laws of physics break down. But infinite density is a sign of incomplete understanding. Many scientists believe that singularities do not actually exist. Instead, something else happens. In some theories of quantum gravity, The collapsing matter inside a black hole reaches a minimum size and then bounces. Like a compressed spring snapping back, that bounce could create a white hole. In this scenario, black holes and white holes are connected. Matter enters a black hole, disappears from our universe, and reemerges somewhere else or sometime else through a white hole. Not nearby, not immediately, but eventually. This idea suggests that white holes might be the other side of black holes, not in our universe, but in another region of space-time, or even another universe entirely. This raises a question that shakes reality itself. Could the Big Bang have been a white hole? Think about it. The universe began with a sudden release of unimaginable energy. Matter appeared everywhere at once. Space itself expanded outward violently. Nothing existed before it, at least nothing we can observe. From one perspective, the Big Bang looks eerily similar to a white hole, a cosmic event where everything came out and nothing went in. Some physicists believe that our universe might be the inside of a black hole, formed in another universe, and what we call the Big Bang was actually the birth of a white hole. If this is true, then black holes are not ends. They are wombs, and white holes are births. Reality becomes a recycling system. Universes give birth to universes. Matter is never destroyed, only transformed and relocated. But here's the terrifying part. If white holes exist, they do not follow predictable rules. They violate our understanding of cause and effect. They allow matter to appear without explanation. They break the arrow of time. A universe filled with white holes would be unstable. Reality itself would become unpredictable, and that may be why nature hides them, or limits them, or destroys them the moment they form. Yet there is another disturbing idea. Some scientists believe that fast radio bursts mysterious, powerful flashes of radio energy from deep space could be caused by tiny white holes evaporating. Short-lived, invisible, leaving behind only a scream of energy. If that is true, then white holes may already be happening around us. We just don't recognize them. They may not look like glowing cosmic fountains. They may look like unexplained signals, sudden bursts, anomalies in spacetime, whispers of something escaping our universe. And if matter can escape through white holes, what else can escape? Information. Time, entire pieces of reality. White holes force us to confront an uncomfortable truth. The universe may not be a closed system. It may be leaking. And if things can come out, then somewhere, something is pushing them. Something beyond our universe. Something beyond known physics. White holes may not just be objects. They may be cracks. Cracks in spacetime. Cracks in causality. Cracks in reality itself. And if one ever formed near us, we would never see it coming. No warning, no signal, just matter appearing where nothing existed before. Physics would fail, time would lose meaning, and our understanding of reality would collapse. Because white holes are not just the opposite of black holes. They are the opposite of everything we think we know. And maybe that is exactly why the universe keeps them hidden. If white holes are real, then the universe is not as silent as it looks. Because a white hole does not wait for permission. It does not follow schedules. It does not announce itself. It simply releases, and that release may already be written into the fabric of reality. To understand how dangerous this idea is, we need to talk about time. Not clocks, not calendars, time itself. Every process in our universe follows a direction. Ice melts, stars burn out, people age, causes come before effects. This direction is called the arrow of time. Black holes obey this arrow perfectly. Matter falls in, entropy increases, information seems lost. But white holes do the opposite. They violate the arrow of time. In a white hole, effects come before causes. Matter appears without a visible origin. energy escapes without being fed. From our perspective, it looks like reality is glitching, and physics does not tolerate glitches. This is why most scientists once dismissed white holes as mathematical fantasies, solutions that exist on paper but not in nature. But the universe has a habit of turning equations into nightmares. As our understanding of quantum mechanics deepened, white holes came back into the conversation. Because at the smallest scales of reality, time does not behave the way we expect. Particles can move forward and backward in time. Events can exist in superposition. Causality becomes blurry, and suddenly, white holes no longer look impossible. They look inevitable. Some modern theories suggest that every black hole eventually becomes a white hole, but not in our time frame. From the outside, a black hole can exist for trillions of years, but inside, time behaves differently. The matter collapsing inward may reach a quantum limit and rebound. That rebound does not explode outward in our universe. Instead, it tunnels through space-time, and somewhere else, far away or far in the future, a white hole opens, not connected by space, but connected by geometry. This means a white hole does not have to appear where the black hole exists. It could appear anywhere, at any time, even before the black hole formed. Yes, that is where things become disturbing. If time inside a black hole loops or reverses, then a white hole could appear in the past. Matter could escape before it ever fell in. This creates a paradox so severe that it threatens the foundations of physics, and yet the equations allow it, which leads to a terrifying realization. White holes may not be rare. They may be invisible. A white hole does not need to be massive. It does not need to glow. It could be microscopic, smaller than an atom, lasting less than a second, releasing just enough energy to be noticed or not noticed at all. Some scientists believe that white holes could explain some of the strangest phenomena we observe. Unexplained cosmic rays with impossible energies, bursts of radiation with no identifiable source, particles that appear where no interaction occurred, events that look like errors in reality. What if they are not errors? What if they are leaks? Leaks from another part of space-time, or another universe, or another timeline. If our universe is connected to others through black holes and white holes, then reality is not isolated. It is porous, and something may be moving through it. This raises a question that humanity is not ready to answer. What comes out of a white hole? We assume matter, energy, radiation, but assumptions are dangerous. If black holes swallow everything, including information, then white holes may release everything, including information from another universe, another set of physical laws, another version of reality. What if some of the particles in our universe did not originate here? What if parts of our cosmos are recycled debris from another universe that collapsed before ours existed? That would mean our reality is built from the ruins of something else. And one day, our universe may collapse into black holes, only to be reborn elsewhere through white holes. This is not science fiction. This is a legitimate line of inquiry in theoretical physics, and it changes the meaning of existence. If white holes exist, then endings do not exist, only transitions. Death becomes relocation. Destruction becomes transformation, but there is a darker interpretation. White holes do not create gently. They eject violently. Anything emerging from a white hole would be accelerated to extreme energies. No structure could survive intact, no planet, no life, only fragments, shattered matter, radiation storms. If a white hole formed anywhere near Earth, the result would not be beautiful. It would be catastrophic. A sudden release of energy capable of sterilizing entire regions of space, and we would not see it coming. Because you cannot observe something before it happens, there is no precursor, no signal, no gravitational warning. A white hole does not pull, it pushes. and by the time you detect the push, it has already happened. This is why white holes are considered more terrifying than black holes. A black hole is predictable, you can see it, measure it, avoid it. A white hole is an ambush, and yet, despite all this, there is no confirmed observation of a white hole. No photograph, no direct detection, only clues, only whispers, only anomalies, which brings us to the most unsettling possibility of all. What if white holes are deliberately hidden, not by nature, but by consistency? A universe that allows white holes freely would be unstable, causality would break, time would fragment, reality would contradict itself. So perhaps white holes are suppressed, allowed only briefly, allowed only microscopically, allowed only where they cannot disrupt the overall structure of the universe, like pressure valves, releasing excess information, excess energy, excess reality, and then sealing shut. If that is true, then black holes are not monsters. They are regulators, and white holes are safety mechanisms. Together, they maintain balance across universes. But balance is fragile, and the more black holes our universe creates, the more pressure builds. Which leads to a final, haunting thought. What if one day the universe releases everything at once? What if the end of our universe is not heat death, but a white hole event on a cosmic scale? A final reversal. A total release, everything escaping, nothing left behind. If that happens, the universe will not end in darkness. It will end in light, and somewhere else, something new will begin. Because if white holes exist, then reality never truly dies. It just escapes. If white holes are real, then the universe has been lying to us, not intentionally, but by omission, because everything we see is only what falls in. We never watch what escapes. Physics is built on observation, and white holes refuse to be observed. They exist only in the aftermath, only in the consequences, only in the scars they leave behind, and scars are easy to ignore when you don't know what caused them. To truly understand white holes, we have to let go of the idea that our universe is the whole story. Modern cosmology already tells us something uncomfortable. Most of the universe is invisible, dark matter, dark energy, unknown forces shaping galaxies without ever showing themselves. White holes fit perfectly into this pattern. They do not want to be seen, they only want to release. Some multiverse theories suggest that black holes are not just objects, they are gateways. When a massive star collapses into a black hole, it may pinch space-time so violently that it disconnects from our universe entirely. Inside that collapse, a new region of space-time inflates. A new universe is born, and what we call a white hole is simply the exit point of that birth. Not here, not now, but somewhere else. From the perspective of the parent universe, matter disappears. From the perspective of the child universe, everything begins. This makes the Big Bang feel less like an origin and more like an arrival, which leads to a disturbing chain reaction. If our universe was born from a black hole in another universe, then black holes in our universe may be giving birth right now. Every black hole could be a creator. Every galaxy could be a nursery, and we are living inside a cosmic family tree of universes, each one unaware of the others. White holes in this picture are not monsters. They are birthmarks. The problem is birth is violent, and nature rarely cares who gets hurt in the process. If white holes release matter into spacetime, they do not choose where. They do not choose when. They do not choose what survives. Entire universes could be seeded with chaos. Entire timelines could be altered, and this raises the most dangerous idea of all. If information can escape through white holes, then the laws of physics may not be constant. They may be inherited. Our universe may follow the rules it does because they were passed down from a previous universe, like genetic traits. A universe that creates stable black holes survives long enough to reproduce. A universe with unstable laws collapses and disappears. This is natural selection applied to reality itself. In this view, white holes are not anomalies. They are the reproductive organs of the cosmos. And that realization changes everything, because it means reality is not designed for truth. It is designed for survival, and survival does not require meaning. It only requires continuation. This also explains something deeply unsettling. Why the universe seems fine-tuned. Why physical constants sit on a razor's edge. Why small changes would destroy everything. Maybe this is not coincidence. Maybe countless universes existed before ours. Most of them failed. Only the ones capable of forming black holes, and therefore white holes, continued. We are living in a universe that survived selection, not because it is special, but because it worked. And if that is true, then one day, our universe will fail too, not with a dramatic explosion, not with sudden darkness, but slowly, as black holes consume more and more matter, as energy spreads thinner, as time stretches, until finally the last black hole finishes its work. And what happens then? According to some theories, that final collapse triggers the final release. A universe-sized white hole. Everything that ever existed escaping, not into nothing, but into somewhere else. A new spacetime, a new beginning. From the inside, it would look like annihilation. From the outside, it would look like creation. Which means the end of our universe might already be someone else's Big Bang. This brings us to the most haunting question. If white holes connect universes, could something come back? Not matter, not energy, but information. Could patterns survive? Could memories imprint themselves into the structure of spacetime? Could the universe remember its past lives? Some physicists believe that quantum information is never destroyed, only scrambled, only delayed. If that information escapes through white holes, then echoes of previous universes could exist in ours, subtle, buried, impossible to trace directly, but influencing reality, guiding structure, shaping probability. This would mean we are not living in a blank universe. We are living in a haunted one, a universe built on leftovers, a universe filled with faint imprints of realities that came before. And white holes are the messengers. They are not portals you travel through. They are scars where reality healed badly. They are reminders that physics is not complete, that time is not absolute, that causality is fragile, and that existence is not a straight line. The reason white holes terrify scientists is not because they are destructive. It is because they make the universe feel alive, active, reproductive, unpredictable. A machine we do not control, a system we are trapped inside, and one day that system will recycle us, not with malice, not with intention, but with indifference. Because if white holes are real, then the universe does not care about observers. It does not care about life. It does not care about meaning. It only cares about continuation. And somewhere, right now, matter may be escaping. Reality may be leaking. A new universe may be forming. And we will never know, because white holes do not leave signatures. They erase them. They are the silent exits of existence. And if black holes are the mouths of the universe, then white holes are where it exhales. Quietly, violently, endlessly.